Hello everyone, welcome to January 20th, CSGO FUNSPARK slate. This will be my first CSGO video. If you guys, I guess are new, I said this in my League of Legends video. I've been following, playing, betting, professional esports, probably for like 6, 7, 8 years now. I'd just always been fascinated with the number side of things and that kind of thing, and was able to get profit from it young. When I was 16, I bought my first car for myself with it. It wasn't expensive. I don't want you guys thinking I'm like some rich person now. But, that's just kind of how I started. And so my kind of experience, I guess, when breaking down esports is watching the games, understanding through experience of both playing and watching for such a long time, understanding variance and seeing like if teams got lucky, or kind of trying to reflect on what real skill and stuff is. And we can go ahead and just get started with the first CSGO slate breakdown, I guess. This is only a 2-gamer. Normally, personally, I like to just kind of leave off 2-gamers and not play them unless they're interesting, or I think there's something like that's missing on them, I guess. Like if I like an underdog on a 2-gamer, I'll play it or something. Both of these games are close. I should have had the odds pulled up sooner, but I think Ecstatic and Fnatic, I think, are both like minus 130 or something. So these are two. Yeah. Oh, Complexity is moving fast in the betting market. When I checked this like 30 minutes ago, Complexity was minus 130, and then Fnatic was they were minus 130 as well. So we had double minus 130s, but it looks like Complexity's already being bet up. And that's what I kind of expect to continue. Looking at the first series, Complexity is static. This Complexity team is the former Extra Salt team. If you guys, for CSGO at least, I pretty much don't leave HLTV. I don't know if there's a lot really to gather elsewhere. You can kind of get all the information you need. So it looks like both of these teams have only played a little bit this month. I know Complexity had a roster swap, so I wonder if they've been playing individually. Let's check Floppy last month. Nope, they haven't. So for these players at least, they've only been playing a little bit, so we don't have much to go off of. So checking match history for Static, they have a 2-1 win over Enterprise. Let's see who's on Enterprise. That is a low-level mixed team of Europeans, it looks like. A couple Slovakian players. I believe this is Czech, and then 2 more Slovakian players. Yep. So that's not ideal. And then 0-2 in Tropic. So I'm not liking what I see from Aesthetic, but it's only 2 games, or 2 series. And then we have the Complexity taking the map off of Gambit. Gambit's probably easily the second best team in the world right now. I think they're going to have like 3 players in the top 6, Shiro, Axel, and Hobbit, for their HLTV top 20 players of the year last year. So, I mean, I think fully expect a lot from this Complexity roster here. I think that's why you're seeing them get bet up so heavily already. Fnatic are being bet as well now, it looks like. I mean, I think these odds might have like just been posted. They're changing rapidly. So this video might be very outdated by the time it hits you guys even, but yeah, I mean, I think Complexity is definitely the way to go here. I'm not seeing a lot from this Ecstatic team. I do recognize these players, but they're like kind of lower level EU. I mean, they've been on, wow, what a loss streak. 6 weeks, 5 weeks. I think this was recent. I mean, that's just not good. These were from a while ago as well. So yeah, not a lot to go off of recently. I believe the kind of like new season, I guess you could say, is just kind of getting started. So what to expect from these teams, or if you're playing complexity? I guess real quickly, if you guys don't play CSGO DFS, if you're coming from like a League of Legends video or something, it's not too complicated. It's pretty much just I'd assume if you guys know nothing about the game, then I can't help you that much. But it's pretty much, it's 5v5. One team has the bomb. You need to plant the bomb or kill all 5 enemies to win a round. You need to win 16 rounds to win a map. And some games are best of ones, which is just one map. Best of threes, which is 3 maps, you win 2. And you get points for kills, you lose points for deaths, you get points for getting the first kill in a round, you get points for winning clutches, which is like 1 against 2 or 1 against 3, 1v4, that sort of thing. And you also get bonus points for getting 4 kills in a round or getting an ace, which is 5 kills in a round. So that's mainly what we're looking for. Pretty much in roster construction for a 2-gamer at least is probably just going to be 3-3, unless you think this series will be close, which these are. So you could maybe get away with doing like 2-2-1-1, try to get one-offs from the other team, but that's just kind of a weird construction. I would say kind of for 2-gamers at least, try to stay for 3-3. So I'll probably end up playing 3 complexity players, and then we'll get into the second series later. And then when we get more teams or more games, like if this is like a 4-gamer or something, 3, 4, 5, like pretty much anything else, you want to try to do maybe like 2-2-2s or 2-2-1-1s, that sort of thing. So you don't want too many players from the same team, but although roster, this is a kind of like a new-ish esport on DraftKings at least. I think it started like with COVID pretty much, so about probably like 2 years now. It's still kind of being developed, so there's no really set in stone. This is how you should build, but that's just what I like to lean. One thing to note is that JT was not able to. I can't remember what exactly it was, but he was not able to get a visa or something, or he had like COVID and couldn't fly. I don't remember what exactly it was, but he could not make the trip to Europe with his team. So he's playing from America on European servers, which if you guys know anything about gaming, that means your ping is going to be really high. It's going to be a really unpleasant experience, really hard to get kills and that sort of thing. But he's already a not kill focused player in the first place anyway. He has the role of in-game leading, which usually leads to lower kill totals, as they're the one calling strategies and that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, he's probably not going to be one you want to play anyway, but it's definitely got to be like an X out there. Grim looks severely mispriced. That's interesting. Again, we only have 1 series to go off of, so there's not a lot to like look at necessarily. What we could do is we could look at these players individually. Let's do last 3 months individual. I guess there's not going to be that much because most players have just been off on break. So here we go. We can see last 3 months, Floppy's been a 1.25 KD. That is really strong. Junior 1.4. He's their opper. He uses a sniper rifle, which is leads pretty heavily towards high KD ratios, and he also gets a good amount of opening kills. As you can see, he's an opening kill ratio of 2, which means he gets more opening kills than deaths, about twice as often. Another thing we could see here from this tab, like as you can see on HLTV, they give you a lot of information, so there's not a reason to like go cross websites and that kind of thing. They tell you like how many 4-kill rounds and how many 5-kill rounds. These are bonuses here. See, Floppy gets those, Junior gets those. Grim hasn't been good, but he's also on a different role on a different team now. So I wouldn't put too much stock into this. However, it is kind of like all we have to go off of for now. And the same for Fang. He's been with this extra salt team, and then Junior was the Bad News Bears. So this is a brand new form team. But these are good North American players. They definitely have what it takes to beat a static. I think it's kind of hard to say like where you should be going. I think maybe you can take this discount with Grim. He should never be priced lower than JT. I know that for sure. Floppy seems pretty mispriced. We can see where we're going in the second game to maybe make a decision on Fang and Junior. Junior will be probably like one of the optimal players. I think pretty much, to sum this up quickly, it's pretty much you're picking 3 out of Junior, Floppy, Fang, and Grim if you're playing Complexity, which I am, which is kind of why I'm going over them. I don't think you're ever playing JT. Maybe people like overlook. No, nobody will overlook Grim because of his numbers. I just say that because he's been on Liquid and people are going to remember him from being on like the top North American team. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be like Grim and Floppy for me, and then Junior or Fang, depending on what we look at. It looks like Fang had like a bad first series. Junior was okay. But again, they were going against Gambit, probably the second best team in the world. So you can't put too much stock into that. And it's only one series again. So I'd expect them to perform a little bit better here. Again, Floppy went pretty crazy. So I think Floppy, Junior are probably like your captain options. I think Junior has a lot more potential. He gets some pretty crazy numbers in games, that sort of thing. So does Floppy. So that's going to be it for me. Again, just probably like picking 3 out of 4 and seeing how pricing works for you. Then we have a pretty good matchup here between Fnatic and Astralis. I shouldn't have opened Fnatic that way. We can see all their information here last month. Check and see how much they've been playing. So yeah, both back with just one series from break. Astralis lost to K23. This is a pretty bad loss. If you checked, we can check the information page here. Although K23 have like some okay players, like XA Power, people are pretty high on. I like Fame, Norbert. I'm not sure who XG57V is. No, Nealon. He's been on K23 forever, but again, not very good. So this was like a pretty decent sized upset. And if I remember seeing a tweet from one of the K23 members, it was that they like hardly even practiced before this game. Wow, Blame F just go. Oh my god, plus 39 in a series is absolutely bonkers. Man, that is a crazy game. And then Fnatic played Big, which again is Big is much better than K23 for reference. So this is a close series. Looks like Searson just kind of was great. Again, two good teams, world rankings, top 15 and 12. So this is a tough one to call. There's not much to go off of. There's not much really to push you one way. Fnatic is a slight favorite. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm getting just these players. Last 3 months. Yeah, they haven't really played since the player break, like January. This was January 19th today, January 18th yesterday, December 17th, and then December 4th. So they didn't play for a while. Man, yeah, there's just not a lot to go off of, really. I mean, this is like borderline coin flippy. I mean, these stats are going to look pretty crazy for Astralis, especially with how Blame F played. We could check the pricing and see Astralis is cheaper. That's interesting. I think maybe just because of how the pricing is, I guess, with Astralis, people will probably lean Astralis, and then and because it's so close, I think this is like pretty much a coin flip game. Maybe my slight lean would be Astralis, but man, both of these, there's like a lot to not like, I think, on both sides. Let's check the player numbers from the last 3 months, see if anything sticks out there. So Blame F config kind of standing out, and then Lucky Zip underneath them. Then it's Sumuya, Metzi, and then Brawlin and Crims. I was looking for maybe if there was like a really strong 3-man pair that you could go off of, but nothing really stands out. I don't know. This one, you guys might have to just like flip a coin, honestly. I'm not sure where I'm going to be headed. I think, man, that's tough. I wonder what, I accidentally close that tab. I wonder what, these are the wrong thing. I forgot how to, whatever. I just am wasting a little bit of time here. Gambit. And this is the Fnatic and Astralis games. So we could check maps and see if that can tell us anything. So Astralis removed Dust, picked Inferno, Overpass is leftover. Fnatic removed Dust. I think Fnatic have been like historically decent on Inferno. So yeah, maybe the maps favor Fnatic a little bit here. I don't know. I think maybe the way you go is just play like Fnatic. I think they might be a little bit more under-owned just because of how cheap Astralis are, I think. Like Blame F is pretty, like 86 seems a little low for him. And yeah, I think that's where I'm going. I think I'm leaning Fnatic, leaning Complexity, although I wouldn't blame you for going Astralis or really Ecstatic even. They seem a little underpriced as well, but I'm not getting there. I'm not getting there with Ecstatic, I don't think. So yeah, that's going to be it for me. I'm going Complexity, probably I'll give them the 2-0, then Fnatic 2-1, and then hopefully Fnatic, or I guess maybe, remember earlier I said you could maybe play teams from both sides, although I don't think it's always ideal. I think it is possible in this Fnatic Astralis map. Like I could see Blame F and Smuya both having great games. Like let's test a build here. If say you go Grim Captain just because he's we'll go Floppy Grim Fang. Then you could go like Blame F Smuya and then anyone you want. So yeah, I mean there's options. The Complexity is pretty underpriced. I think you're probably just gonna be like leaving money on the table unless you just like jam in literally everyone that's most money. Yeah, but I mean there's options there. I'm liking I don't hate playing both sides. I could see doing like Smuya, Mezzi, Blame F just because their KD numbers are so high. So I wouldn't blame you for that. But I still think maybe going 3-3 is a little bit more optimal that way. That'll be it for me today. Hopefully we can get some more interesting games going forward. 2 gamers aren't exactly enticing. Hopefully get a little bit more information to go off of as well. Having one series to base a team's strength off of isn't ideal. That's what you work with, and this is also kind of be argued where like money is made if you have leans early on. So yeah, I'm leaning Complexity. I might just go with the split build here on Fnatic and Astralis. I feel like maybe that's one way to attack it. We'll see. That way you don't have to also play like lower end players. I'm liking that split build in the second series. So that's probably where I'll be going, Complexity, and then playing both from Fnatic and Astralis. That'll be it for me tonight. Hopefully we can get some better games going forward. Good luck, everyone.